And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Denoyer.
A lot of you asking me, is the rain or the wind going to be the worst part of the storm? I think the wind's going to be. And what commutes are going to be impacted the most? Probably Wednesday morning's commute, though I do think tomorrow afternoon's commute will have some rain and wind. I think the core of the wind and rain get really nasty for Wednesday morning, and even the Wednesday evening commute could be a bit dicey too. Let's talk about the storm, but first, a lot of fog in Providence, a little fog, a little drizzle tonight, and then a steadier rain develops after 10 p.m. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s to around 60. That fog will reduce visibilities to near zero at times, and the rainfall could come down heavy at times overnight. But then after a break in the action tomorrow morning, rain picks back up in intensity in the afternoon. That's also when we introduce the winds. They'll be gusting in the afternoon to about 30 miles an hour, and the temperatures will be in the 60s. That is the nor'easter, or that very strong low pressure that will be off the coast that's rapidly developing tonight, moving closer to our area. We reached the peak of the storm Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So tomorrow afternoon, we're kind of setting the stage. Any rain that backs off in the morning is returning back to the area. The winds are starting to pick up, turning northeasterly, gusting to about 30 miles an hour in the early afternoon. By 7 p.m., gusting 35 to 45 miles per hour, and we're not done going up from there. I think as we go into the midnight hour, gusts about 50 miles an hour, even close to 60 for areas along Cape Cod, and even into that morning commute. Remember, we just talked about the commutes? That Wednesday morning commute, the combination of rain and gusty winds over 45, 50 miles an hour. Eventually, very slowly and gradually, those winds will back off on Wednesday. And I do think by Wednesday evening, still a little breezy, but not quite like what we're dealing with overnight Tuesday night. And therefore, your strongest winds will be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. That will also coincide with the heaviest of rainfall with this system. So the gusts in the red, 50 to 60, 40 to 50 for areas in orange. It does make a difference a bit in terms of if you have a high wind warning or if you have a wind advisory. And all of our areas in some kind of alert for the winds, just know that kind of wind gust that we're talking about, 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, can easily, with fully leafed trees, knock them over, cause some power outages, and that is the first concern. The next concern is the rainfall. Here comes burst number one tonight, some heavy rain during the overnight hours. Going to the morning tomorrow, may get a break in the action. Again, if you think the rain stops in the morning, you think this thing's missing us, think again, it's still got to move up here in the afternoon. As it does, that rainfall will become heavy at times. Here's the nor'easter here. These little white lines, tightly packed isobars presenting some heavy winds and also that rainfall moving into the area. Going to Tuesday night, this thing's just circulating around here, just hanging out. And into Wednesday morning, it's not moving away, it's moving towards us. So therefore, we have to wait until the afternoon before it hightails out of here. That's when we'll start to see the winds back off. Once the nor'easter pulls away, we'll get better weather. First off, though, 2 to 5 inches of rain, flood watch in effect for Rhode Island and southeastern Mass, and I still think the winds are going to be more of an issue than that rainfall I just showed you. Better weather for Thursday and Friday, tracking some rain for the weekend, but dry for the kiddos Sunday night for trick-or-treating. John.
All right, not just Sunday night, though, Jeff. At least at Patriot Place, it's not